Hello, beloved. Second time on the same day because I have some manifesting stories to share. And the reason that this is so important is because we get these, what Andrew Cap calls raindrops, these messages. Like when we know a storm is coming, what happens? We see raindrops, and then the raindrops get bigger and fatter and faster, and then it's a downpour. So manifesting absolutely works. And oh, let's turn some light. Let's see, make the light. Is the light better? I don't know. So I had some really interesting raindrops today. So as I have shared with you, I am manifesting, attracting magnificent, fabulous wealth and massive abundance. It's massive abundance, same thing. And I do these practices every day, and there are some giant bills that need to be paid and all this stuff. Okay. So in my physical reality right now, my bank account is pretty sad looking. Pretty sad. But I did take the step of I hadn't paid the rent for this month yet because I put together enough, and I did mail that check today. And as I wrote the check, I said, I bless this money. I bless this money. I bless this money. And I know that I am attracting all of this wealth, and I will never be in this. This is all going away. So the reason I share this with you is because there's certain, we take actions. So I first I put myself in spiritual alignment, and I do my practices, and I do all of the things that connect me emotionally and in my mind, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, with source energy, and I express my gratitude. I do my rampage of appreciation for anything and everything I can pick on. And then from that energy, from that vibration, I inspired action comes to me. So I have been, now these are not large sums of money, these are just little bits of money, but the thing to me, the indicator to me, is that they keep coming. So okay, the other day I took an action, also an advised action about manifesting, and that was to create an account at the bank that is a financial freedom account and put some money in it. Doesn't matter if it's 10 cents. The whole action is to put money in it. But what I've been doing every day is, in one of the other actions, I'm sorry I'm sounding a bit scattered, I'm just trying to put it all together, but so one of the actions was put a jar and put a sticker on it, have a jar at home and put a sticker on it and say, this is the financial freedom jar, and every day put something in it. Doesn't matter. Again, doesn't matter if it's a penny, 10 cents, doesn't matter. Now what I did is I forced myself, even though my resources are, in my physical experience right now, the amount of money I have is very, 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 very frighteningly little. I still have been forcing myself to put $1 in that jar every day. And so then I decided 2 days ago to take the action of, okay, do the action of, from the inspired place of this vibration of attracting this wealth, open this financial freedom account. And that account is only for receiving, for creating that opening for that wealth to come. And what I did is then I took everything I had in the jar and I put it into the account. And I put a little more from into the account as well. And again, I'm acting like a wealthy person. I'm being the energy of somebody who is already abundantly, fantastically wealthy. Okay, so guess what happened? So the universe sent me money. So I didn't know this, and the banker I work with, he's very nice, but I don't think he knew this, and I don't know, he didn't tell me, I don't think he knew. I got a bonus on my account that the bank gave me $32 in that account. I just noticed it today. I had like an extra $32 like bonus freebie something. Okay, so thank you so much. So I'm saying this out loud because I'm saying thank you, universe. Also, I on scratch offs, I've been winning scratch offs for not a lot of money, but it doesn't matter. So yesterday I had a scratch off, and I won $2, and so I went and cashed it in today. And I thought, well, let me see. Am I inspired by another one? I don't know. No. So I just bought the lottery ticket for today, which is on Thursday. It's pick 10. There's no other ones I care about on Thursday. And I just bought a pick 10 for $1. And then I didn't spend the other dollar on another scratch off. I just figured, I don't know. And then as I was walking back before I returned home, I was about to cross an avenue, and there's a drugstore that I know has a machine for scratch offs that you can, just take from the machine. And I suddenly, it was like, oh, there's inspired action, just like this idea just came, like, go there and check the machine. Just go there and get it, and go there. And so I just walked in, and I just kind of stared at the machine, and then I thought, well, I don't know, does that feel one? Does that feel good? Does that feel good? Does that feel good? Oh no, that one, I kind of like that one. I like that one the way it feels. So I bought it, $2, right? And I keep walking through, saying over and over, like, I know this win is coming soon. I know the win is coming soon. I know it. I know it. It's very close now. It's very close. So, I got this one scratch off. It was another $2 one, right? No big deal. And I won it again. It's a $2 again. So, like, it's another signal of the universe telling me, look, see, it's coming. You see, you keep winning these things. It's coming. So, okay, another thing. Today, I took another manifesting action. And the thing is, so the idea of manifesting and creating into your life is that you feel you are being the person who already has the thing that you are creating into your experience. I said this earlier today in the other video. So we have to feel those things. So again, in my case, it's all about manifesting magnificent wealth. So there's a certain car, a BMW that I have set my heart on, and it's a fucking ridiculous. It's amazing, this car. Okay, so there's a local BMW dealership in the neighborhood here, and so a couple of weeks ago, so I had shared this with someone, and I don't talk about this a lot, but I do videos. I'm careful with who I share it with, because people can be very negative, and I don't need to experience that anyway. But there was one person who I was sharing this with, and we happened to be walking by, and he's like, hey, let's test drive. But they were closed on that day. It was a Sunday. That's fine. But I had it in my mind, like, okay, yeah, you should just do this. So I just wasn't planning on it, and I just decided today I had to go and take my car to get the tire dealt with, to try to my tire keeps losing air in my car now, and I was like, I don't know, I don't want to have to buy a new tire, blah blah blah, right? And so I took it to the local tire dude, and he was really nice, and it was really great, and he, like, I think he fixed it, and I think we're good. And so that's yay. Thank you, universe, again. Thank you. Okay, so I think I mentioned before, there's a little piece out of the front of the face of my car, unfortunately, which is, so every time I look at it, okay, it's a good thing I'm rich. It's a good thing I'm rich, because I can fix that, no problems. Good thing I'm rich. So I was driving around the neighborhood, and I was like, let's go test drive a BMW, because we need to feel like what it feels like to be in that car. We need to have that, so that when I'm visualizing, I'm in the experience, and it's real here and here. It's real here and here. And when it's real here and here, it's real. It becomes physical reality, right? Everything I think, everything I feel, everything I am becomes my physical reality. So I am being a person. I am being a person who is splendidly wealthy. I forgot the word. I am being a person, right? I have choices. So I can buy that car anytime. I'm being the person who can buy that car anytime. So I went there and I said, hey, do you have, I knew probably they didn't have it because this car is a custom car. It's one of their probably their like most fantastic sedans that they build. It's the Alpina B8. The car is off the hook. So, and I just love the BMW badass engine thing. Anyhow, I'm a car geek. I'm a car nut. Okay. In my alter life, I'm a race car driver. Anyway, so I walk in there and I asked, hey, do you do you do test drives? Yes. Do you happen to have the Alpina B8? No, we don't. But I said, okay, well, is there a car that you have what's the car closest to that I could test drive? So he looks around, and they have a car in the warehouse, and they bring it over. It takes him about 35 minutes or so, and I hang around, and I play with another car, and I go look at these other cars in the showroom, and I have some coffee, and I just, enjoy. And I'm in the experience of I can buy this car anytime I want. I can buy the car that I desire anytime I want. No problem. No restrictions. I can get the full-on custom everything, custom paint, custom everything I want. I'm in there. I'm being this person. So I'm just enjoying it, and I'm looking at this other car and playing around with it, and there was somebody else who was there, and we were both kind of, into it and just enjoying it, and that was really lovely. And then I test drove this car, and it was fucking amazing. It was amazing. Oh my God. So now I have the feeling, it's not the car, but it's similar enough. It's a fucking amazing V8 BMW 850i, the 850 M850i. It's a car. I don't know what kind of horsepower it has. It doesn't have the horsepower of the Alpina B8, but this car is pretty badass. Anyhow, so now I have the feeling of it. I took my time. I enjoyed it. I looked in the trunk. I looked in the hood. I looked all around the car. I smelled it. I felt it. I enjoyed it. I took my time with it as much as the salesman let me. So I have now this experience imprinted on me now. So every time I think about attracting what I desire, I am now continuously repeating this experience, this feeling, this being. And so I say this because no matter what it is that you are looking to bring into your experience, be the feeling, be the person who is that, who has it already. Whatever you can do to bring the experience into your emotional and mental reality, do. Whatever you can do, however you can manufacture the experience, I implore you, I encourage you, I beg, I ask, I do everything, do it. That is very important, that you have this memory and this emotional recollection, emotional experience, mental, everything. This is where it all happens. This is where it all happens. Okay, so I finally, I'm really feeling this. I'm really into this, okay? I have my other scratch off from yesterday that I need to go just redeem, okay, and get whatever I'm going to get. In this case today it was a pick 10 for $1. Okay, I only bought one. The universe only needs one. It only needs one. So I don't, so, and then as I was, before I did that though, I was driving back to my apartment, and as I was driving, I was about to make this one turn, and this car pulls up to my left, and he's like waving and something, and car, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what? So I open my window, and he goes, hey, I can fix your car. Now, as I said, every time I look at that, broken piece on the front of my car, I say, okay, it's a good thing I'm rich. It's getting fixed. It's a good thing I'm rich. It's getting fixed. I'm so grateful. And then out of nowhere, somebody just appears, like he appeared. Okay, so now the end result, he didn't actually fix it, but it's not because the universe it's not for any other reason other than he just didn't happen to be the right person now. But that's okay, because the most important thing about this is the message. This person appeared like magic. Okay? I was totally not thinking about it, worrying about it, nothing. I had already put it out into there. It's a good thing I'm rich. It's getting fixed. Thank you. It's a good thing I'm rich. It's getting fixed. Thank you so much. My car is getting fixed. Thank you. And I had put it out there already as like, hey, thank you. I'm so grateful. I know this is happening. And then magic, because we create magic. Our mind and our spirit and our emotion and our feeling and our being is the magic. Our being creates the magic. This is why I'm sharing this with you. So we did pull over, and he was messing with it for a bit, but then he started doing, so we had this, it started with this conversation, and he says, listen, I can do this, look, pictures, look. And so I look at pictures. We pulled over into the parking lot right across the way, which was actually the Staples parking lot. And okay, and he says, he said, listen, I could do this, $600. I was like, listen, just let me have your number. I can't, I like this. I just cannot do this right now, today. He was like, well, I said, I can't do this today. I physically am not, this is not available to me today, but I will call you. And then he was like, well, hey, no, what can you do? And I said, I said a much lower number. And I said, look, this would be the max that I could do today to get this fixed. And I really would love, I'd love it to be fixed. Okay. And certainly it's a lot less, it's a lot less money than would be if I, dealership or something like this. So, and he said, okay, well, I'll do that. And then, keep my number, and when you have more money, you can give me more. And so I said, okay, well, the universe sent you, so cool. So he started working, and then, he was doing some things, and I was watching, and I was like, hey, it's a little bit off. Anyway, so it didn't work out with him, but I am absolutely not concerned. I want to share this with you because I want to share that the important aspect of this is that this person appeared like magic. To me, what I see here is a very, very clear message from the universe. It's happening. And it was just that, okay, we're a lot closer. We are a lot closer to me having this resolved. We're a lot closer to me having the car I want. We're a lot closer to everything. Very close. Okay, so then later I parked, and then I had to do I had to do one errand, and one of the errands was I've got to cash in the scratch off from yesterday. So I go to the guy I like. His name is Rocky. He's very sweet, very nice. He's very nice. So we always have a little like, hey moment, hey, and thing. And I go and I cash it in, and then as I'm walking back home, I have this thing about, so when you have an inspired thought, go with it. When something like occurs to you, go with it. So So as I was walking, I'm about to cross one of the avenues, and I know that this drugstore here has a machine that has scratch-offs in it, and I just suddenly I'm like, hey, you should go in that one. So I was like, okay, yep, inspired thought, let's do it. So I walk in there, and I'm looking at the thing, and I'm like, does anyone, I don't know, do I like that one? I don't know, do I like that one? Do I like that one? Oh, no, you know what, I kind of like that one. I like that one. And I was like, all right, fine, fuck it. So $2, and I buy that scratch-off. And I won the $2 for that scratch off. Again, it's not a lot of money, but it's the thing about that it keeps happening. I keep getting these raindrops. And this is true for everyone. In the practice of aligning and constant alignment with your being, the raindrops come. They show up. And then they just keep coming, and they get more and more and bigger and thicker and faster. And then it's a downpour. So I have full confidence. I know it's close. I know it's close. It's very close. And it's exhilarating. It's exhilarating to think about it. It's exhilarating to feel it. So What else? Oh, so something else that I just think is interesting, and it's not like I go by this as a law, but it's just an interesting thing. It happens to be that the number 9 is very significant to me. So is the number 21. So is the number 27. So I look at the number on the scratch off ticket itself, and very frequently it's either a 20, it's the ones that I win, it's a 9 or a 21, or it has a 9 in it, like as a 90 or a 9 or whatever, something like this, right? So that's been happening. So the last 2 scratch offs, okay, the scratch off from yesterday was 90, and the scratch off from today is a 9. And 9 is my numerology name number also. Okay, the other number 27. So on the scratch off from yesterday, the number that won, the winning number that won the scratch off was 27. And so when I scratched off the winning numbers and I saw there was a 27, I was like, ha, I'm going to scratch off a 27 and the thing. And there was the first number I scratched off was a 27. So I just wanted to add this today. This was a big day of messages and raindrops from the universe. So I'm saying this out loud. I bless that money I sent, the rent money I sent. I know it's 100,000 times more on the way. I know it's so much more is on the way. And I know that many, 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 many hundreds of thousands of times more it's on the way back to me. I bless that money. I bless this exercise. I bless this practice. I bless you. Be blessed. I hope that this puts some... I hope that you can take some joy and inspiration for yourself from this. I want to bear witness. I'm here to bear witness. Be blessed.